what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you. It's episode 58, and we have a guitar duel on our hands, and no one better to do it with than the one and only JJ Sansaverino. I cannot wait to share the music with you that he was nice enough to send. And yes, he and I are going to trade some licks. We're going to talk about his ascent to the top of the Billboard chart, talk about his new record, and so much more. So excited to have you guys here. And by the way, if this is your first time tuning in, if JJ sent you on over here to check it out, don't forget to follow Adam Holly Artist Page. We're here every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, with incredible guests, incredible content. And of course, I'm posting throughout the week as well. So don't forget to follow me and come back every Wednesday, because we'll be right here next week, episode 59, and I'll reveal next week's guest a little bit later as well. But let's get straight to the music. And speaking of which, make sure you click share as well so we can spread the vibes. But I'm going to get you all started with a little bit of Earth, Wind, and Fire. And if you don't already know, I'm a huge fan, but I also have, I'm indebted to the Earth, Wind, and Fire family, because way back in 2015, an A&R executive by the name of Ted Joseph signed me to Maurice White's label, Kalimba, and that's where I got everything started. And my first 2 albums came out on his label. I was the last person that he signed before he passed away, sadly. And so I owe a lot to them and to their legacy. And so just going to pay tribute a little bit and play one of my favorite tunes. And I know you guys dig this tune too. It's called Can't Hide Love. First of all, I need some finger snaps out there. Come on, y'all. And if you know the words, you got to sing along and help me out. Don't mind if I take my time. are just getting warmed up here on AH Live. Just a little bit of Earth, Wind, and Fire to get you all warmed up and ready for JJ Sansaverino. And I've just got one more thing I want to say. If you want to help us out, we make it super easy. Click the link in the description that will take you to my website if you want to check out the records, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and your support is the reason we are at week 58, and we've been able to upgrade the show incrementally every week and just keep it going. So huge thanks to you guys. Of course, you can also do stars through the Facebook portal. So just all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you. And I promise I will not make you wait one moment further. Without any further ado, please enjoy JJ Sansaverino.
All right, what's up, JJ? How you doing today?
Man, Adam Hawley, it's good to see you. You're looking good, my brother. Congratulations on all your success and everything you're doing, man. It's wonderful to see, and it's even better to hear.
Oh, man, you're too kind, but you are the one that are hot right now. You're just coming off a #1 tune. How does it feel?
It felt like a dream come true. You just, when you see that going up the charts, you just hope that it gets all the way to the top. But it gets a little nerve-wracking on the way up there because there's a lot of competition and a lot of fantastic songs that are worthy. And it was amazing. Such an honor.
Man, no, the tune is Style and Elegance, and you topped the charts just a few weeks ago. So it's so awesome, man. Congrats. And you've been staying busy. We're in the dojo right now. We can see where you're live streaming every Friday. You're killing it. I could not believe, and I've tuned in several times, but I didn't realize that you were doing these marathon sessions playing over 3 hours. Man, you're a consummate professional.
Oh, and every week I say, listen, I hate to break it to you guys. I'm enjoying myself, but if we're going to start limiting the show to 2 hours, and then it's like 3 hours and 15 minutes. And I'm like, just one more. You know what it is? People are still tuning in. I don't like to let them down. If there was one person tuning in, I would sign off, but...
Wow. And remind us what time. So it's every Friday. What time do you air?
So it's JJ Friday Night Live every Friday, 8:30 Eastern time, New York, till 11:30-ish.
Wow.
And this week is number 57 this Friday.
Wow.
So we're going, I think that we're going the same. We're both approaching 60 weeks, and we've done great work during this pandemic. We brought people a lot of joy, and we brought our music and other people's music right into their living room. So congratulations to you on all your fantastic productions.
Let's take a little walk down memory lane. I usually do this with my guests, and I noticed that there's a Berkeley affiliation here. Of course, you're such an incredible musician. Of course, you spent time at Berkeley. I have so many dear friends that just came out of there and are killing it. Tell us about that and just, getting started on guitar, etc.
It was the greatest. Berkeley was like one of the greatest experiences I had, and it's amazing how it really grooms you for the real world as far as sight reading and arranging and everything that comes along with it. There were so many times I was in bands and there were so many guys. I was like, you went to Berkeley? You went to Berkeley? And just different times or even at the same time. And it was great. And for me, it was really cool because I was there and then I dropped out.
Okay.
And after a couple of years of just touring around, this was in the early 90s, I was like, man, I really want to finish. And so I went back and I finished and I got my bachelor's degree. And this was a great time because it was in 1994. So it was before MIDI and I went back as an arranging major and I was writing for big bands and 40, 50 piece bands and copying every part by hand, the old days style, and it was such a dream. I learned so much and I really feel like it's all coming back because now that I've been producing my own CDs, I'm incorporating all of those instrumentations with Barry sax and alto flute and writing for them and it's been amazing. It was a great journey and I'm so glad that I had enough sense to go back and finish it and complete the knowledge that I was getting.
Talk a little bit about your style. I've seen this quote multiple times, so it's got to be true. George Benson meets Santana.
I just, New York is a melting pot of people from all over the world, and those people bring their culture and their music. So always being inspired by Latin music and rock and roll and jazz and reggae. I just love all music so much, and it all kind of just melded into me. So my style became, a blend of all those cultures and styles. Now, being a guitarist, we always, aspire to learn and to be like the greats, like Jeff Beck or Santana or Wes or any of those guys. So as we're always intrigued and studying, those were the guys on the table that you wanted to learn because you dug them the most, And, Wes and George, and the jazz cats, we can go on and on and on because they're all great. But George Benson made just such an impact on me. Yeah. His music was great. And the fact that he took a straight ahead kind of background to being one of the creators of smooth jazz, contemporary jazz, was really inspiring and, really was an influence to me. And, I like Santana because I like those rhythms of the percussionists and that excitement that it brings. And, this is funny, Adam. You can probably relate to this as another guitarist. I was always envious when we would watch these straight ahead bands, especially at places like Wally's. Remember Wally's?
Yeah.
And you would hear that when the band was hitting it and it was like going a mile a minute, and that trumpet player would be on that one high note. The band is driving. You don't get that with the clean jazz guitar the same way. But we can always put that rock and roll sound in there and get there with that way too. So that's why I like the rock and roll stuff. And there were so many great, guys playing guitar that played rock as well as jazz. So it's fun and wonderful to be able to incorporate them all and what you're feeling at the time and the emotion.
I want to get to your music too, but I definitely wanted to touch on, you've also had a long-standing collaboration with Maxi Priest. Talk about that.
Wow, 21 years. And it's fabulous. Reggae, like I said, in Brooklyn, there was always so much reggae and reggae artists that actually lived there. It was one of the first melting pots for Jamaicans in America, other than, say, Miami. And what made this so unique was Maxi was so well-rounded as far as he loved everything. And his music was reggae, rock, R&B, gospel, soul. It was a dream to get in the reggae world. It's the best gig there is because you get to play 100% of what you hear, what works, and there's no limitations, which is fun. And on top of that, he likes the interaction. He wants you up front. He wants you playing the guitar behind that. He wants you to jump into the audience. There's no ego there. He gets it, and he loves that. So the crazy thing about that, Adam, which is so rare, is we've been the exact same band, drummer, bass player, for 21 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it says a lot. And reggae is fun also because I consider it to be the most international form of music. Jazz, R&B, rock. Yes, they're more, have a larger fan base, let's say. But you can go into a cave, man, in the middle of nowhere and see some guy come out and you don't speak English, but you could just say Bob Marley and he's going to say, yeah, man. You reach these parts of the world, corners of the world I never thought I would go to. And then there's 5,000 people there. It's phenomenal. So that's been a great experience traveling the world, other than, your typical spots that we get to go to more often. So that's been great.
Wow, that's incredible. So incredible. All right, so let's get back to you, JJ, the artist, and you've got this album out. It's so great, Cocktails and Jazz, and the fourth single's about to come out as well. But tell us a little bit about the album.
Well, the album, I'm real proud of it, Adam, because as I mentioned a little earlier, I'm finally in a situation where I'm writing, producing, arranging everything 100% on my own. Part of that was learning the home record billing and learning the home recording spot. That was a little challenging for me. Once I learned it, now and I realized that I could send a chart and an MP3 and I could remotely get my Barry saxophone player in Washington descended it. So now feels limitless.
Wow.
And it's been so much fun, and that's been great. And what makes it really unique is it's a concept CD. I've been in the restaurant business since I was a kid. So it combines three aspects of my life that I love very dearly: live music, the hospitality business, cooking and cocktails, and that New York City nightlife. So every song on the CD is paired with an original cocktail recipe of the same title. So the Style and Elegance is a drink and a song. And inside the CD is a picture of all the cocktails and the ingredients. Wow. And when you go to my website, there's a tutorial on how to actually build the drinks. So it was kind of a thing I was doing during COVID where people couldn't go out. I was like, you know what? This CD, you can sit at home. You got a cocktail manual. You can mix up some drinks. You can play the record. You can sit at home and just get into your groove. So it was kind of an all-inclusive chill out kind of project. And so it was fun. And I've been getting a lot of great feedback on it. People are having a good time with it.
Before we get it out of here, just let people know, where can we find you online? You mentioned you got the cocktails on the website. What is the website? What's your social media?
Okay, Adam, thank you for asking. You know, I keep it as simple as possible. JJ Sansaverino. It's my website, my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any Spotify. If you put that in, you'll find me everywhere. And I encourage you to go to the website and do the YouTube station. There's a lot of fun things, and every day is another journey. And I'm always trying to aspire to keep my fan base happy with new content. And I'm always putting something out, something new and different. And I hope that you guys are enjoying it and you continue to be there for all of us and supporting live music.
No question. And as JJ mentioned earlier, you can catch him every Friday. He's on there. Really, if you tune in any time on Friday night, he'll be there. He'll be playing. But you said it was 8:30 Eastern?
That's correct. Every Friday night is 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. JJ Friday Night Live. We're up in the double digits for a while. We're closing in on a year soon, 2 years soon. It's a lot of fun, and it's just real casual. It's kind of a party vibe. We have a couple of drinks, we play, I throw in a few cover songs. I kind of test out new stuff on the audience, so you can definitely get some of the first ever previews of some new material. So it's been a blast, and I've just been honored to be able to bring a lot of love and joy during the dark times that we're getting through. And I think people appreciate that, and it became a little bit of an obligation, to check on our community and our jazz family and make sure they're all right and make sure that they got a place to feel good and know that they're loved and definitely not forgotten.
No question. Well, don't miss JJ every Friday. And man, thank you so much for coming through on AH Live.
Brother Adam, thank you for all the great music you've been blessing us with and your online show, which is tremendous. It's such an honor to be part of it. Appreciate you, brother. And can't wait to see you in person sooner than later.
Let's do it, man. Let's trade some licks soon.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yes. That's the one and only JJ Sansaverino. Man, JJ, thank you so much. It was such a blast jamming with you. You got such great material and so great to hear your backstory. And I could see from all the comments, people were really digging it as well. So thank you so much for coming through. And without further ado, it's time for, you know what? The Cat Cam. Let's bring in my lovely wife, Cat. Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Well, I'm doing better now that I see you, and you've got a new do.
I do have a new do.
You are looking gorgeous. Can you explain?
Thank
The other
you.
day I said it looked like you were going for a Stevie Nicks Rumors era Fleetwood Mac thing. Gypsy. No?
I don't know about that.
Okay. What explain the look here. What's going on?
Well, there's no look. It's just black
Here,
girl
I'm gonna
magic.
go.
That's all it is.
Okay, all right. Well, there we go. I'm gonna go to full screen on you for a second. There she is in all her splendor.
Hi. In all my splendor.
Yes, you look gorgeous, honey.
Thank you.
So, what are the people saying out there? What's the vibe?
Well, the vibe is like super exciting tonight, and we have a lot of new people that are tuning in
awesome. Well,
to catch JJ.
welcome, everybody.
Yeah, welcome.
So awesome to have you.
I know. Thank you so much. And as always, we have all the viewers, and they love shouting out where they're watching
Okay,
from.
all right.
So we have our good friend Steve Halls watching.
Yes.
He's always watching every week. Hi, Steve.
Mastering engineer extraordinaire. I just sent him a bunch of stuff this week on some projects I'm working on. And Steve, get ready. My new album is coming to you very,
Yes.
very soon. And we'll talk more about that later. But go ahead. Go ahead, Kat.
Valerie Kovac, she's watching in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
Susan Sterling in Medford, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Donald Dixon, he's in Cary, North Carolina. And he
Okay.
says, you guys make Wednesday nights special for us. Thank you.
Aw, you guys as well. We look
Lori
forward to
Erickson, she's watching from right down the freeway in Brea.
it. Okay.
We have Shelly Mathis in Southwest Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And Edgar Correa.
Yes, Edgar, what's
He's
up?
always watching every week. Hi, Edgar. He says, I'm watching from work in Deerfield, Florida.
All right, playing hooky as usual, Edgar. Sorry, we're a bad influence on
I
you.
know. And then we have Leon and Willie Lee and Tony. I
Yes.
think Tony is their little grandson.
Okay, what's up, everybody?
And they said they're sending love and hugs from Prince George,
Oh,
Virginia.
Awesome. Great to hear from you guys.
I know.
Thanks for tuning in, as always.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
And everyone who's new tuning in to watch JJ, how are you? We hope that we snag you on Wednesdays to come join us
Definitely.
further
Well,
for other
it's
episodes.
easy to remember. JJ now does his show at 5:30 every Wednesday, and he does 5:30 Pacific and does half an hour. So man, just let's make a habit of this. Hang out with JJ, then shoot on over here at 6 o'clock.
Yes,
So,
of course.
Yeah.
So when you were playing your Earth, Wind, and Fire song when you were
Okay,
opening
Can't
the
Hide
show,
Love.
I saw so many people with their fire emojis,
Oh, okay.
dancing emojis, and then of course people were saying that it brought back memories.
Yeah.
And Terry Silva says she saw them in concert numerous times.
Oh my gosh.
So that must have been really cool, Terry.
Real quick, because I don't want to take away from Kat's time. She'll talk to me about it later. But I never had a chance to see them live, but I actually got called to play with them. Long story short, I was playing at a church with their music director. He said, hey, we have a gig in Trinidad. Can you do it? And I couldn't do it. I was already booked to play at Seabreeze with Brian Culbertson. This is many years ago when I was in his band. And I couldn't cancel on Brian, of course. So, but I was always bummed that I missed that chance to play with him. All right, back to you.
So this is really funny. This is from Dave Fritz. I just read this. And you know Dave always comes with like the wits and the
I
hilarious
know.
comments. And he says, you compared Kat, her look to Rumors Stevie Nicks.
Yes.
Yikes. One eye open when you sleep, my friend.
Wow. No, it wasn't a disparaging remark. I mean, that's one of the best-selling albums of all time.
Yeah, but it's not about the album. It's the look.
Okay. All right.
But I get what you were trying to say.
Gypsy.
And then also Riley Richard. Riley Richard is watching, and he said he loves the arrangement that you did with that song.
Oh, thank you, Riley. And shout out to Riley. And see, now I'm letting the cat out of the bag. Okay, now you know Riley is going to be joining me on my new record, and he just sent me some amazing saxes. Thank you so much, Riley. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It's fire.
Awesome sauce. Okay, let's go to the interview with you and JJ.
Okay.
So many people were saying that they love the backstory.
Yep.
And JJ, you seem like you have like thousands of stories to tell. I would really love to like hear more stories.
We could have done an hour just on the interview.
I know.
But and I saw someone mention that they loved his accent. I have to say, and Kat can attest to this as well, we're West Coasters. So Kat grew up in California, born and raised. I'm from Oregon, moved to California. So the first time I went to New York, I was like, oh, people, this is what they sound like. I thought it was like a movie thing, you know, like it was exaggerated in the movies. And that whole, I'm walking here, that was like real. Like I even heard somebody say that. And so anyways, JJ, we say it, with nothing but affection, and we enjoy it. JJ's just got a great swag and a great style to him. So
definitely,
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do agree with the swag. Definitely have swag, JJ. Let me see. I did really enjoy the story, JJ, when you were talking about that you used to write for big bands, because I love a good big band.
In fact,
I love it.
If you remember, when I went to your party, one of our first dates, you had Queen Latifah's big band record playing.
Oh,
which
yeah.
you may not think of Queen Latifah as a big band singer, but that record is incredible. It's awesome.
It is. Oh, my goodness. If you guys haven't heard Queen Latifah sing, it's like her alter ego.
Yeah, she sounds great.
And she doesn't go by Queen Latifah. She goes by her real name.
Oh, I didn't even know. Okay.
And she's just incredible.
Yeah.
And her first album was just kind of like a tribute to just old jazz, and she has big band playing behind her, and she sounds great.
Yeah.
And I think she performed on an award show years ago, and people were like shocked because they didn't know that she could actually sing, but she's great. And and we actually we wanted to have a big band play for our wedding, but that was when we were very young, and big bands are very expensive. So.
Well, yeah, no question. And
we were like, never mind.
And I had the good fortune of, when I was with both the Manhattan Transfer and Natalie Cole, we did a lot of big band shows and symphony shows, and it's the most incredible thing to have all that music, all that power on stage. It's such a blast.
Yeah, so it's really cool. Teresa Babber, she says JJ is a beast.
Oh, yes.
And Leon Lee says she's seen him play many times, and she says JJ has the moves too. You do have moves, JJ. I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay.
So sorry to backtrack, but the accent comment has blown up in the comments, and Anthony Aponte says, again, what accent? And then someone else said, every time JJ comes out to California, people love his accent. Daphne Harris says, I'm in New Jersey, 35 miles from NYC. Love the accent. Go to a sporting venue. And then she puts in quotes, hey, get your beer here, or something. I probably didn't do that right at all.
But it's so funny.
Someone else was laughing at my comment of thinking it was just a movie thing. But you don't understand, if you've only grown up in Oregon and lived in Los Angeles, the first time I went to New York, it was shocking. It was like, oh, wow. So it's anyways.
Yeah. But people
we don't think we have an accent, and people are like, oh my God, you sound so California.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My family,
we don't think we sound like
in
that.
the South, they just get a kick out of making fun of the way I talk.
Yeah.
And my cousins always say like, oh my God, that's what you sound like.
Well,
As if
you
do not sound like
You
that.
do say that, actually.
I do say that. But
And first of all,
with the way that they were doing it, I was like, do I really sound like that? So it's funny. So it's like wherever you're from,
Yeah.
and you only like kind of hear it on TV or something, and then you see an actual person, and it kind of throws you off.
it's funny.
And let's see, Deborah Childs Baker, when you guys were dueling, what song was that?
So that was JJ's song. Oh, you are.
Oh no, was it? I'm so sorry.
Sorry, JJ.
Everything was going so fast when I'm looking at the comments.
You're putting me to task here. Set it off. Set it off.
Yes, set it off. I
Yep.
was about to say set fire.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Close. You got the set.
Right. So set it off when you guys were dueling. So many people loved it. I saw so many dance emojis and fire emojis, and people were also in big caps typing set it off.
Yeah. No, it was a blast.
And so Deborah Childs Baker says, yes, Adam and JJ. Gary Fuston said, duel it up.
Yep.
And Ellen Nakata Harper says, I love this duet. Outstanding. You guys did sound great together.
It was a blast. JJ's an incredible player, and we've got to hang a few times. One of the distinct ones I remember was at Burke's. We were both at the jam session hanging out, and so it's always a great hang. So,
it is.
Yep.
And then JJ, when you were playing your first song, so many people I saw saying
Style
that
and
they,
Elegance. I got that one. See, you tried to get me
so
again.
many people were saying that they loved that song,
Yeah.
and it was one of their favorite songs. So that was really cool. And actually, JJ, I don't think I've ever seen you play. So that was exciting for me to hear your music and put the music like to the face.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And I loved your guitar too.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, it was killer, man. Appreciate you,
Killer.
JJ.
We appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
So that's all for their interviews that we had. People pulling in their comments.
So we have so much to share. We have pictures from the week. We have an updated tour schedule. And we got to get to Ask Adam. I saw a lot of questions come in. Well, let's go to the tour schedule first because I'm so excited. And in fact, I have a new gig. It literally got booked 2 days ago. So if you are anywhere near Phoenix, I want to see you this Sunday. It's called Spring Smooth Jazz and Sangria. It is a series they're doing in Phoenix. And it is put on by an organization called the Franchise Band. They're an incredible band that does a series there. Everyone's come through from Marcus Anderson to Lynn Roundtree to Mike Phillips, and I will be there this Sunday. You just go to franchiseband.com and get your tickets, and it's going to be a blast. They're going to open the show, and then I'm going to play and do my set, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be outdoors. We're going to have some fresh air. And so really can't wait for that. So that's on this Sunday. And then looking ahead, we've got a bunch of dates I'm so excited about. I'll be in Cabo at the end of the month. Then I have a little bit of a break. And then once we hit July, it's off to the races. I'll be in Florida hanging out with the Brevard Music Group. I'll be at the Hartford Jazz Festival July 17th. That just got announced. I'll be in Raleigh August 14th. A new one that is just about to be announced. I'll be in Temecula August 15th. More details when that officially goes on sale, but definitely mark that down if you're anywhere near Temecula. That's a brand new one. A lot of these I've been announcing for the past week, but the other new one is just added. I'll be in Pensacola on September 3rd doing the kickoff party for the Gulf Coast Summerfest. So I don't think it's on sale yet, but mark that one down and make sure to grab your tickets. I'm also working on a show in St. Louis. I saw St. Louis in the house. So not scheduled yet, not on sale, but mark that down and look for that in October. So that's what's going on right now. Quite a lot of activity. And let's get to the pictures. There's always something going on here in the Holly household.
Well, really quickly,
go ahead.
Just in the comments, I see Edgar Correa. He tells JJ, come on down to the Funky Biscuit in Boca Raton, Florida.
Yeah. That's supposed to be a great spot.
JJ says we are actually talking with them in Florida. So if you guys are in Florida and want to see JJ, keep your eyes open and follow him on his social media and see if he's going to be down there soon.
And I saw that Dave Fritz said still can't find tickets for Elmira. So I will look into that, Dave, and hopefully get you some more information. I'm not sure, although we just did the contract a couple days ago, so maybe they're just
And
still
Carla
working it out.
in Denver says Spoiled Dove is booking again.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check
So
that
a little
out.
tip
Well,
for you and JJ.
the only thing is that I will be at Earl Clues Festival in Colorado Springs in don't test me on that one. I think in not to the too distant future, so I'm gonna have to wait before I double back around and do Denver. But let them know you want to see me there for sure.
Awesome. And then JJ also says June 10th, 11th, 12th. He's in Atlanta, Birmingham, and Columbia.
Nice, JJ. Awesome, man. We'll have a killer run. I imagine that's probably St. James, and then the Perfect Note, and then Columbia, I think, is Che's Lounge, I think. So have a great run. That's going to be awesome. All right, so as you know, we're always efforting around the house trying to make something happen, and we just moved about 6 months ago, so it's a process every week. So we have some updates for you guys that enjoy seeing the progress around the Holly household. So let me flip over to that real quick. So this is me in the back of a U-Haul pickup because we don't have a vehicle that large. And so I had to go rent one because we added to our home gym. We already had an elliptical and some barbells, and we now have a treadmill, which I had to erect. Took me about 4 hours, but we got it. So this is me kind of putting it together, and there's Kat, finished product, on the treadmill, enjoying it, and that's me on the elliptical right behind. So we've got Bam Bam. It's like we're in a race. I'm trying to catch her the whole time. And there is the updated exercise room. So we got a couple cardio machines. Me and Kat were always fighting for the cardio machines, so now we don't have to.
Right.
We got the weight bench and some barbells. So we've been getting it in. We've been sweating over there. We've been making it happen. And for good reason. I have a photo shoot on Friday for the new album. So definitely look on my social media. I'll give you guys some updates from the photo shoot in a couple days. And there is our family dog, Rufus. He really enjoys coming in and resting while we're working out.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's teasing us or something. So
He just lays there. It's so funny.
And he picks the yoga mat every time, too. So it's pretty funny. Okay, so this is our backyard. This is, if you remember, we had gotten all the concrete demolished. And so this was the after of that. You could actually see the dirt in the backyard. And they started digging this week. So they put some water down to make it soft. And here they are with the bobcat. They're in there digging.
Yeah.
And as you can see, they are making some progress. I was joking with Kat. I said, you know what? You can almost test out the sauna.
Yeah.
They got some water there. Check out the water.
Area, is going to be the hot tub.
That's the hot tub. And then, that's back to me on the truck. Let's go back. There we go. So right there where the bobcat is, that's the deep end of the pool. And then over here is the left side of the yard where the jacuzzi is.
Where are the other pictures?
Those are all the pictures
You
I got.
don't
Yeah. So anyway, so that's the update right there. That's what's going on in the Holly household. So the backyard is like scorched earth. Mm-hmm. Don't go back there. It's actually pretty dangerous. You could fall in a ditch or something, but it's coming together. So we're excited.
Yeah.
We are excited.
And it's so funny because Rufus usually would go back there, and that's like his area. And so now he sits by the back sliding door and he just stares out. And a couple of times I've heard him huff like through his nose because he's probably like, "What's happening to my backyard?"
Kurt Schmidt said he thought that water was the pool.
Right.
We're not quite there yet, Kurt.
No, it's going to take a little while. Lori Erickson says that's the mud bath.
Exactly.
Hilarious.
Exactly. No, it's coming along. But we're excited because, we spent a long time I think we had 6 people come out, and we're just trying to find the right person to work with, the right company, and we're really excited about this company we chose. But then they got to do the permits and the engineering, and so it's just a whole thing. So it's excited to see them finally break ground, and we're marching forward.
Yeah. So we've got the backyard looking crazy, and then the kitchen is half done.
Yep.
I still haven't done the cabinets yet, but I will get to it.
It's coming though. The countertops look gorgeous, and it's coming together.
It is coming together. Yeah.
One thing at a time. That's one thing. I mean, not that you could say there's anything good about COVID, but we're not having a whole gangle of guests coming by, so we can take our time and do it right and not have to rush through it. So that's a positive for sure. Well, let's get to Ask Adam because there was a bunch of Ask Adam questions. So what are the people asking, Kat?
So this was left over from last week. Kurt Schmidt says, "What do I have to say to get Alexa to play Adam Holly? She never plays it for me. She says she can't find you and puts on Fountains of Wayne.
Whoa. You know what? And our dear friends Marilyn and Rick down in San Diego had the same issue. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that because my music is no question on Amazon, and I get my statements every month, and I see people are streaming, people are listening. So I don't know why that when you do the name recognition, why it's not popping up. I'm going to have to investigate that.
Yes, investigation. Daphne Harris says, what is the best thing about being a musician, and what is the worst? Did you ever get so frustrated that you wanted to just throw up your hands and update your resume?
Well, the best thing is it's something that's been important to me and that I just just got obsessed with at a really young age. So to be able to just continue doing it and doing it regularly is just a blessing. I mean, it's a challenging industry to be a part of, and so I feel fortunate every day to have you guys watching, you guys checking out the music, listening, coming to the shows, watching this Facebook show. It's all just a dream come true. So those are the positives, no question. I guess the challenge would be it's not a job that you leave at the office, and Kat can attest to this. It is 24/7, just in terms of music, dealing with emails. I'm also self-managed. I do have an agent, which is great, but I'm self-managed, so I'm dealing with coordinating with emails, with gigs, with booking the band that's going to play for me, booking flights, all that stuff. So it never ends. Very similar to anyone that's self-employed. It's the same concept. So it's not like a clock in, clock out type of thing. So that's a challenge, that it's some long hours, but to me, it's worth it in the end. So definitely feel fortunate.
So this is really quick from Ellen Nakata Harper. She says, can't wait for Adam to broadcast AH live from the pool.
You know what? Somebody said that. They said, all right, I think I feel a backyard concert coming on episode. So we're going to have to figure that out.
We will have to figure that out.
That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
So Althea McMillan says, JJ talked about performing in remote corners of the world.
Yeah.
Where is the farthest from home that you've performed and the closest?
Oh, gosh. Well, I've been like everywhere, every continent except for Antarctica. So the furthest, I guess China is the other side of the world, right? So that would be the furthest. But I've been so fortunate. I've been to South America, Australia many times. What felt the furthest probably was Azerbaijan, Baku, just because the culture was just so different. And we were there with Jennifer Lopez back in 2012. The closest is pretty often because SoCal ends up being kind of the epicenter for contemporary jazz. A lot of the artists live here. There's a ton of festivals. There's also the great Club Spagattini. So fortunately, I get to play near home fairly often. I actually have to be careful and not play too much and not oversaturate, because most markets I'll only play once or twice in a year because I live here. There's no travel expense. It's really easy to overdo it. So I end up playing SoCal probably 4 times a year, real close to home, and it's definitely nice to finish the gig and sleep in your own bed, so that's pretty cool.
And this is from Ellen Nakata Harper.
Okay.
She says, Adam, is there any aspect of music production that you have not been involved with and would like to do?
Oh, that's interesting. I've been fortunate to do a lot of different aspects in the industry. Everywhere from music for TV and film, music for commercials. Right now I'm doing a ton of production, a lot of jazz, but a lot of vocalists as well in a lot of genres. So I would just say really enjoy just keeping it going. I just feel fortunate to have people reaching out and having me work with them. And so I'm just looking forward to more of the same.
Awesome. And I think that's, someone asked last week, and I could not get the name because everything was going so fast, but I did believe that they asked if you were teaching on campus now, and how was that working?
Yes, so I teach 1 day a week at Saddleback College down in Orange County, and yes, we went back on campus about a month ago, and I was so proud of my students. We did our final concert of the semester on yesterday. And they did an incredible job. It was not an easy task. We've been virtual on Zoom for the last, 12 months, 13 months. And so to then have to come on campus and start rehearsing together and get material together in just a matter of weeks, They did an incredible job. And so next week, we just have our last week. We're just going to watch the footage that we filmed, and that'll be it for the semester. And then I'll be off until late August, and then start up again, and then we'll be back on campus once again. So it was nice to get back on campus, even though it was only for a few weeks. We got a chance to kind of get the ball rolling and get some momentum going into the fall.
And Robert Zahn says, what's more fun, performing, composing, producing, or vacationing?
Oh, they're all fun. And
I don't think you know how to vacation.
Well, that's not true.
No, it's very true.
We've been going to
our
Hawaii.
last vacation in January of 2020.
Yeah.
Before we knew the world was going to end, we were in Hawaii for 9 days.
Yeah.
And he was answering phone calls. He was on his computer for a couple of hours every morning. Even Adam Jr. was like, Dad, we're on vacation.
Well, you guys were asleep, so I was getting it in before you woke up.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, anyways, it's challenging because we went on vacation right when all the gigs get booked, early January. So I gotta bring the music to the people, Kat. I gotta bring the music.
I guess. See, you guys are very lucky.
Okay. All right.
But I think that's it for Ask Adam, except. Oh, Ellen Nakata Harper. I'm not sure about this because you might have to get consent from everyone. But she says, is it possible for Adam to show a clip of his students performing?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, the only thing I run into that is, getting, but I think eventually they're going to put it on YouTube. Right now, the footage is on hold because they're going to broadcast it as a special presentation for the school. So I can't, in fact, they just sent it to me today, but they said, don't let anyone see it. But once they put it up for public consumption on YouTube, then I'll be happy to share with you guys for sure. And
Suzette Hall says, would you ever consider playing with an orchestra?
You know what? Chris Dandring just did a record with orchestra, and it's coming out soon, and it sounds gorgeous. He let me get a little sneak peek of it. It's an intriguing idea. I think it's something I'll have to do at some point because it's just such a cool concept, and there's such great history for that. Wes Montgomery made just some gorgeous records with orchestra, so I think it's something I'm going to have to consider at some point, for sure.
And our last question is from Nadine Lewis.
Yeah.
She says, have you ever met the members of Earth, Wind, and Fire? How about Phil Bailey?
Yes, I played on Philip Bailey's most recent album. Now, this came out maybe 2 years ago, and I'm on 3 songs, and one of those was the single. So go check out his new record. I apologize, I can't remember the name of it, but it's his most recent project, and it was so much fun to work with him in the studio. He was there, he was singing with us, and we did it all old school in the studio, everyone there. It was so much fun. It was a throwback to the old days of how records used to be made, and it was quite an honor, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then just to reply to your students' performing question, Ellen Nakata Harper says, yes, please let us know when the video is up for public view.
No problem. I'll do a post, and I'll probably grab some of the footage and play it for you guys on the show. So definitely, I'll be excited to share it with you. They are so talented. They're way beyond. Most of them are like 18, 19. They're way beyond what I was doing at that age. So they're making me look bad. But no, they're so talented. So it'll be my pleasure to share with you.
Awesome.
Great. Well, thank you, Kat, as always, for holding it down with your gypsy ways. And
there you go with that gypsy.
And we will see you next week. Thanks, honey.
Okay, bye, guys. Thanks.
It's time to announce who is coming through next week on AH Live, and I'm so excited to have this gentleman. If you have ever hung out at the Napa Valley Jazz Getaway, Brian Culbertson's festival in Northern California, you know this gentleman very well. He is a pianist extraordinaire, composer, and also works with an incredible piano company. So he is a Renaissance man. Also, he knows his wines inside and out. Yes, I'm talking about Cecil Ramirez is coming through next Wednesday, May 19th. He's an incredible artist. I had the pleasure of working on his album, and it was so much fun. And he also played Catalina Jazz Festival. I had the pleasure of playing with him there. He sent in 3 songs for us to check out. So it's going to be a ton of music. And I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag right now. He's going to play a tune. Him and I are going to collaborate, and then he even sent a song for Kat to sing on as well. So it is going to be a lot of music and conversation as well. Cecil Ramirez next week, and I've got a ton of guests on the docket. I was just talking with Blair Bryant, bassist extraordinaire. He's going to be coming through, and so many more. So I can't wait to share all of that music with you here every Wednesday on AH Live, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And one final reminder, if you want to help us out, as I mentioned earlier in the show, just click that link in the description, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. You can get to my website and grab my records. And of course, there's always stars through Facebook as well. So appreciate you guys. And I'm going to send you out on a high note with one of my tunes. Let me grab a pick over here. This is a tune off my second album, and it's always a feel-good tune that I enjoy playing. It is called Shuffle. This featured Darren Ron on the original. Come on, y'all. Give me some hand claps out there. right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been my distinct pleasure to hang out with you on a Wednesday. Huge thanks one more time to the one and only JJ Sansaverino for coming through. Don't forget, next week we've got 3 incredible performances from the one and only Cecil Ramirez. Hope you have a great evening and hope to see you all next Wednesday. Good night.